guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Fitzgerald Hyundai in Clearwater, Florida, and guess what? We have it. You've been asking for it. This is a 2021 updated, refresh Santa Fe, but this is not like any other Santa Fe that you've ever seen. This is an all-new trim known as the Santa Fe Calligraphy. But before we get into this pictograph, ancient form of writing of an SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. The Santa Fe, that is Hyundai's OG of an SUV. It's their first one. It came out in the year 2000, but boy oh boy, things have changed since Y2K, especially when it comes to SUVs. There seems to be so many different types, styles, sizes, and everything in between. The Santa Fe, falling into that mid-size SUV category of the auto industry, is trying to bring you size, but also bring you style. And I think with this calligraphy, this might be the one to really change people's minds about the Santa Fe overall. Now, there is the Palisade, that mighty top-selling SUV that is all new as of last year, but Hyundai believes that the Santa Fe should still exist, and with this calligraphy trim, which is a full-out luxury setting for this Santa Fe, they think that this still could be a go-to for somebody who maybe doesn't need the large size of a Palisade or the 3-row capability. So let's go ahead, let's find out, is this Santa Fe Calligraphy, is this the mid-size luxury SUV you should be parking in your garage that's new for 2021? Right off the bat, the style, it sort of hits you in the face, just like a punch from Mike Tyson. And some people might like that. Some people may not want to be hit, but let's see what we got going on here. So you're gonna have the continuation of that split light setup. You have your LED daytime running lamps up top. I love the way it waterfalls perfectly into that lower headlight housing. A little bit of chrome, but the rest of it is gonna be all blacked out. I know many people would say, hey, they took that from the Cherokee, they took that from this. You know, it's one of those things, I guess imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but it does definitely look unique on the Santa Fe and clearly separates it from the bigger brother, the Palisade. Now, you are gonna get some functional side air curtains. I love the way everything is nicely shaped, really shows that intention of detail and design. On the calligraphy, you're gonna get a lot of brushed aluminum accents. So not only on this portion that's gonna bleed into the grille, even this larger area, and I'm really thinking it was super smart how they kind of brought that up from the bottom portion into the middle of the front fascia. Now, as we come across the grille, this is not the first 2021 Santa Fe that we brought to you here on Rady's Rides, but this is the first calligraphy. On the calligraphy, you're gonna get this black chrome finish to the grille. Same design as the other trims. The big difference is the black chrome finish. It would have been nice to have the Hyundai logo be that black chrome, but you do have a forward-facing camera. You drop down, we have some more gloss black, and then of course you're gonna get a simulated style of a skid plate. I think it looks great to give it that extra look, and I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna confuse this Santa Fe with anything else that's on the road. Now, when we get up onto the hood, you'll notice the front fascia kind of comes up to the top. The hood meets with that front fascia. You got your grille section. Nice rise. It's got a half decent size of a bulge here. So if you're looking for a bulge but nothing too over the top, the Santa Fe delivers. And I like the way it kind of boomerangs off of the center towards the A-pillars. Everything else is nicely curved, which I think is gonna help with the overall style. We got those LED daytime running lamps, very unique signature effect. When we come around the bend, guess what? You're gonna have unique wheels and tires for the calligraphy. So you're gonna get this gunmetal metallic gray with the brushed aluminum on this wheel. And you know what? Very unique style. 19-inch wheel, 235 on the width, 55 series sidewall. Guess what? You go calligraphy, you're going with the H-TRAC. What does that mean? No, I didn't say 8-track, H-TRAC. That's Hyundai's all-wheel drive system. I love on the calligraphy how it's painted all the way around the fender treatment, and I also am digging the metallic gray. I think it's gonna be debatable what people think about these wheels. Please tell me in the comment section what you are thinking about these wheels. If you like them or if you don't like them, zonk it, don't zonk it. I wanna hear from you. So definitely wanna let me know about those wheels. Now, when we go down the side, super clean, no stuck on fake vents from Pep Boys or AutoZone. You're gonna get bright, shiny metalwork, both at the top and the bottom. That aluminum trim, like I was telling you, they kind of brought it all over to kind of make a nice cohesive package. You have some on the door handles. I really dig what they did on the lower sill there. Nice design. You see how they did all the angle cuts? Everything has intention, and I love that. Now you're gonna have these roof rails that are kind of high, but they're still flush to the roof. You can get those crossbars. You keep working your way back towards the rear. You're still gonna get that same quarter window, and you can see with the security glass how it looks like almost one giant piece of glass. And then as we come to the tail end of the business, what are we working with? You have a low roof spoiler. I wish they would have got rid of this rear wiper here and tucked that in. So that's gonna be a zonk, but look what we got. 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, some new goodies underneath the hood. You got that H-TRAC, that's that all-wheel drive. See how I was telling you, like if the badging was that black chrome, it really just elevate the overall feel. Santa Fe still has that Santa Fe sun right over Tucson, looking good. And then we drop down, what do we have? That metallic silver finish, only one exhaust pipe. Now it is very tasteful, slash cut, integrates nicely into the grill, but come on, into the lower area, but come on, let's be honest. If there was another one over here, wouldn't that look more balanced? Wouldn't that look more complete? Put it in the comment section, let me know. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see that 2.5 liter turbocharged engine. All right guys, we got the hood popped on this 2021 Santa Fe Calligraphy. The great news is underneath the hood, you're looking at some new power. You're looking at a 2.5 liter inline four turbocharged engine, 277 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed DCT transmission. We have the all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 is gonna be around 7 seconds. MPGs, 21 in the city, 29 on the highway. You could tow around 3,500 pounds, and the Santa Fe at this spec weighs around 4,076 pounds. What I like is looking underneath the engine, you can clearly see the engine cover. There's not a bunch of plastic all over the place, and I'm glad that they just went with simple black. We don't need a ton of colors, but why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what big things are in store for 2021 and the Calligraphy. All right guys, we're inside this 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe Calligraphy. I know you're at that point, you're saying to yourself, Joe, I didn't even know Santa Fe had a Calligraphy trim. I've been looking at the Palisade. I'm kind of liking the size of this one. I do like all the finishes on the exterior. How much is it? MSRP, the way that you see this luxury midsize SUV, you're looking at around $43,000. Let's see what you get for your money. To the door panels. So you're gonna have soft material up top. You have this gunmetal design going on with a little bit of gloss to it. Armrests are tasteful, they're just hard as a rock, but I do love the stitching. Speaker grille covers are very unique, and we do have the optional Harman Kardon sound system. Door pocket, you're gonna have to keep it to a cold cut combo, no pickles, and only 6 inches there with a bottle of root beer to wash it down. Now when you get to the dash, you'll notice that unique split level design. There's that gunmetal finish coming off the door panel going around the top. Soft touch, stitching is great. You could put about 20 Twinkies long ways across here. There's more of that beautiful stitching. And then this is gonna be new, that 10.25-inch infotainment system screen. Super clear, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Let me throw it into reverse. There's your backup cameras, clear as day. You can even see that bag flapping around in the wind back there. You do have trajectory. You got your 360 cam. Is it a touchscreen? Of course it's a touchscreen. Look at that. You can see down the sides and everything. Very, very easy to use, easy to figure out, and I like that. I'll put it back in the park. You go back into your main menu, and then it's just, like I said, it's just a system that's very easy to use. If I go to media, I could bring up our media controls. There's your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto. I love the sounds of nature. You click on that, you have the lively forest, you have the calm waves, all of that. Just don't listen to rainy day when you got to use the restroom, because that's just going to make your life miserable. And then you have that nice home screen that's real easy on the eyes as well. Start stop button with the stitching. You can see that gunmetal gray finish. You do have dual climate controls. Look at the tasteful switch gear. It's not metal, but it looks really, really clean, very fresh. You got your push button transmission for that 8-speed DCT, heated steering wheel, ventilated seats and heated seats, so you're getting it all. Plus you have that control knob in the center to go through the different modes, and you can lock the center diff, which is a nice touch. You hit your parking camera, you could actually get that to come back up very easily. I don't want to see that again, but there we are out front with the 360, super clean, and then you get right back to where you were at. Like the cover, open that up, you have a USB, you have your cup holder in there, and you have wireless charging. And then down below, if you have a sack, if you have a purse, a satchel, a purse, you can put that right there. This is all new for 2021. You got your wireless charging, which is conveniently placed. You just drop your phone in there. You got another cup holder. There's your Hyundai key fob. It's got the park assist, which is really nice. Flip it around. Obviously, you would take this plastic off when you buy your calligraphy. And then you open up the lid. You got a nice little tray in there for pistachios. And you could easily get, I would say, 25 payday bars in there, no problem. Seats, Nappa leather. Love the stitching, nice diamond pleated stitching. Very, very soft material. Everything looks so super high end. And yes, you do have, of course, full electric assist for the passenger and the driver. Alcantara microfiber suede headliner, which is so sexy in here. And then on top of it, you got your panoramic sunroof, which is a nice size. Let the sun's rays in, easy to use, one touch, that's all you need. Come over to the business end though, I want to show you behind the wheel of this Santa Fe. All right guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings. I like the aluminum sill down here that says Santa Fe. Obviously this is protective PDI film that will come off when you buy your calligraphy. You have your full power seat controls. I'm gonna have to zonk it, no massage seats. That would be a nice touch, especially when you're going top trim on the Santa Fe. I love the leather on the steering wheel. Horn button could have been spruced up for the calligraphy, so that's gonna be another zonk, but I do love the silver. You do have silver paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go up and down that 8-speed DCT. And then of course the thing everybody loves is you're getting 12 inches. You're getting 12 inches of visual pleasure, and it is so clear on that digital gauge cluster. Now what's great is that you have a nice blind watch system with the turn signals. So when you put on your turn signals, notice how you have your camera. If I flip the other side, very, very classy, great technology in this Santa Fe. And we've been in vehicles that have twice as much. Now watch when I go into the different modes. Comfort, look at everybody, everything changes. Sport, snow, get ready to make a snowman, but we're gonna leave it on sport. And you know what? If you're not feeling like the smartest that day, put it in smart mode, but we're gonna leave it in sport because I'm ready to go on throttle soon. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of headroom, seats are super comfy, and they look sexy. Let's get to that back seat and see how your passengers are gonna be liking this calligraphy. All right guys, back seat time in this Santa Fe, and it's a little wonky. The seats are amazing. They're very, very comfortable, same great leather material. The challenge is I should not be seeing a total plastic back portion to the driver's seat. No pocket, so that's a zonk. Plastic, okay, I understand your kids are gonna kick it and you'd rather have them kick that than leather, but this is the calligraphy trim. You do have rear AC, 2 USBs, and a home power source, so you don't have to worry about anybody's electronic devices that are going to be dying. And then you do have one pocket over here. What I would do is I would put Slim Jims and Twizzlers over here, especially if you're like an older brother or an older sister, and then charge your younger siblings to have a Twizzler or a Slim Jim or something like that, because you're the one with the pocket and not them. Seats, like I said, they're very, very comfortable. They are heated, and you do have one heck of a recline. Without a third row, you could almost lay back all the way into that cargo area. And then armrests, semi-soft, 2 cup holders. It would have been nice though at $43,000 to have ventilated rear seats, but I guess that's for next time. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to that cargo area because I can't wait to drive this new. All right guys, time to get into the cargo area. You're gonna hit the button, nice electric assist. One of my zonks is that the tail end of the business is a little high off the ground. So if you're really having to lift something heavy, bend with the knees, don't bend with the back because you'll throw your back out. But the good news is, nice flat cargo floor. And the even better news is you're getting a really nice amount of space because you don't have a third row to mess with. So basically with that back seat up, you're looking at 36.4 cubic feet of space. Fold the rear seats down, that's gonna give you 72.1 cubic feet of space. The good news is you do have a 12 volt, so if you're going to the beach, you're going camping or tailgating, put the seats down. It's a 1, 2, 3 affair. Just hit the buttons and they flap down. And you have a nice little area for a box of emergency Twinkies when you're on that family trip, or maybe when somebody forgot to bring the snacks, because guess what? If they do, you have plenty of storage. Bring your own snacks. Don't rely on others for your snacks. But let's go ahead. Let's see what that 2.5 liter turbocharged engine is all about in this Santa Fe Calligraphy. All right, guys, we left Fitzgerald Hyundai. We're in this 2021 Santa Fe Calligraphy. I do have it in sport mode. You could tell by the way that the gauges are bright red. If I go back to comfort, real simple. They change back so clean, so crisp. But we're gonna leave it in sport. Remember, that's gonna change up the dynamics of how the engine and the transmission behave. Also, throttle sensitivity and steering input. Now, steering wheel feels great. I just wish, like I said, for the Calligraphy, they could have done something a little more luxurious with the horn button, but visibility out the front is great. Out the back is amazing. And then, of course, you have those lane watch style cameras. So I go to make a left and turn on my blinker, and there we are. And I love the way it still shows the speed. I turn right, and it still shows my RPM. Really, really clever. And then in the center there, you're gonna be able to scroll through different information, especially what I'm liking there is the readout of the all-wheel drive, which is great. Of course, you're gonna have lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and all those other goodies as well to keep you and your family very, very safe. But I could tell that they've upped the sound deadening material in here. It's actually really, really quiet, and I'm really digging it when it comes to just how serene the inside of this Santa Fe is. Getting to everything is within grasp very, very easily. You got that wonderful bridge system of the center console for all that storage. You got your wireless cell phone charging and everything else. So really, really nice. They thought everything through super well, except for some of those odds and ends here and there. That's what's kind of holding it back, that at this price point, like I said, I would come to expect some of these things. But the 2.5 liter inline four turbocharged engine, it's super smooth, and I can't wait to go on throttle with it to really see just what the engine is like. And we're going to be doing that very shortly here. All right, guys, going in this right-hand bend. Of course, the all-wheel drive doing its job very, very well. I'm going to slow down a little bit here, and then we're going to go on throttle. So on throttle, drops down that 8-speed DCT, and we are off. Very, very peppy, punchy engine. I'm actually thinking that, I was thinking that maybe it would feel a little underpowered, but it actually gets you up and going very quickly. The shifts are super smooth from that 8-speed DCT transmission. You do have a nice head-up display as well, and on top of all the great information here. But let's go ahead, slow down a little bit, and we're gonna do another on throttle from a slow roll here. You ready? On throttle, here we go. 8-speed drops down, we're off. On the brakes, feeling good. Into this right-hand turn here. Brakes feel great. I got my lane watch working well. You can see the blind spot perfectly. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull out. On throttle, here we go. Telling you, for a mid-size SUV, and if you notice, I like the way it holds that gear because we're in sport mode. If I put it in comfort, automatically drops it. So you could really see how the different modes do something. I know some people feel that the modes don't do anything, but they really do. Seats, the length of the bottom is spot on the money. The backs are super supportive. It just would have been a nice extra touch to at least have the driver's side have a massage seat option, especially when we're talking calligraphy here. This is that top luxury trim, and it should be in here. But you have that pesky auto start-stop feature that you could shut off very easily. But look at that transmission, shifts so smooth. Look at that. As we're in comfort. But hopefully this gave you a nice overall feel of what the Calligraphy is bringing to the table. New trim with the refreshes, with the changes. We're gonna get back. Here we are at Fitzgerald Hyundai and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day. with this Santa Fe. That rhymes, and I'm a poet, I didn't even know it, but I definitely want to thank Rob, Dave, and the rest of the crew here at Fitzgerald Hyundai for getting us their very first Santa Fe Calligraphy. It really shows that Hyundai is not messing around, and if you're looking for a luxury mid-size SUV and you don't want 3 rows, why pay double or triple the price? They're bringing it, and bringing it in a big way. Definitely want to add it to your list of luxury SUVs that you're looking for. But if you want to keep seeing these SUVs on Ready's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ready's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Ready's Rise merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera. She's out in here putting up with a lot of stuff, getting this done. So thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.